So, here to do the There's Always Three decan video for y'all. And this one was real interesting because I found out some things that I didn't really know about the certain Capricorns, and it's kind of intriguing to me, you know. It makes me want to hang out with y'all a little bit more, or at least rekindle certain ones in my family lineage that need, you know, so I can find out these traits, because I was, you know, digging some of this stuff. So let's talk about these three decans that you guys are a part of. The first one is the Saturn decan. It is the people that are born between the 22nd of December and the 31st of December. 0 to 10 degrees on your birth chart in Capricorn. So you got some really tough, responsible energy. Like, you know, we all know Saturn, they say, is the father of the zodiac. And so it's like, what do you think the father does? The father looks over everything, makes sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so it's a lot of serious and responsible traits that comes with this decan. Like, these out of the three decans in Capricorn, these are the heavyweights. These are the ones when you need some shit done, when you need something to be put in front of you to get, like, if you need some complex stuff, a lot of hard work that you need to be done, you come to the first decan Capricorn. These are the masters and the mistresses of great challenges. Like, they master every challenge that they have, and because a lot of people don't know that they go through certain challenges, that's why they're the mistress. So it's like they master and they mistress in challenges, you know, just like can't get nothing. Like, nothing really hurts these people. I kind of feel like they do not depend on other people for their success. You know, I'm a cusper, so like I fall into some of these, a little, you know, my Sagittarius falls a little bit into this cusp. And so I can really, really account for that fourth note, that no one does not depend on no one for their success, you know. Love, real, true love brings out the affection in this Capricorn. Like, these Capricorns are extremely faithful. Like, they will stay in a relationship to the end. Like, these the Capricorns that, you know, you could in these days probably convince to do polygamy, because their outlook and their stance on, you know, a relationship and marriage, that they will be in a relationship and not really be connected to their partner, but still will be there. These is the ones you might find that they have other partners outside of the relationship, but they stay together for the status, the assets, whatever they got together, they stay together. It does not matter. You know, these are the ones that might get tempted on a good note, get tempted to cheat, but won't cheat on their partner. Even if they are getting treated like, you know, very badly, they still will, you know, stay there, because they're extremely faithful people. Like, these people are very precise and orderly. Like, these are the Capricorns that are neat and clean. You walk in their house, it's immaculate. You know, nothing's on the floor. Just everything is just put together. I just feel like they have this knack for details. This is where you find I think you find hairdressers out of all three of the decans, but especially in this first decan, they are really able to pay attention to detail. Like I said, that's the next point. They pay attention to detail like no other. I feel like they're highly dependable, great managers, like, because they're stern and they know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. They're, you know, soft in their approach, but when they come through, you're going to feel them, like, straight up. They're very dependable, because these are the people that you can pile tons and tons and tons of work on, and you do not have to worry about whether this person is going to get their work done, because we already know that Capricorns and Virgos work like machines. And so if you want to place a lot of work and it's done right, you put it on the first decan Capricorn. They're going to get it done because they just love to work. I feel like and it just allows them to take on a lot of things at one time because they're so relentless and they're determined to get everything the way that they want it to be, especially about their status and their job and their money. They want the top of the best and the best, and so it's like they're gonna do whatever it is that they need to do, however long, whatever challenge comes ahead of them to do and get what they want at the end of the day. They put their mind to it and they get it done. That's what this first decan Capricorn does. It's like with this decan Capricorn, I feel like the strongest energy, and I feel like it's because they running off of that Sagittarius energy. When they walk in the room, you're gonna know exactly that they're there, even if you don't see them yet. It's just like the energy gonna change in the room, and you just gonna feel their presence. It's like it ain't even a while whether you see them or not. Even if you see them and you don't agree with what they say, it's gonna stick with you what they said, just because their presence is just that strong. Like, I'm scared of these Capricorns because these are the ones that do everything by the book. This is the one that you want running your company. If you want a general manager and you're an owner, this is the person you want running your company because they're going to do it by the book. And if a person mess up, they're going to do what they need to do. Like, they're not going to be afraid. And, these are the stern ones, the ones you put your business on. If you want to know who do you need to run your business, get you a first decan Capricorn. Out of all of the other Capricorns, get you a first decan Capricorn, because they are going to be the ones that, you will want to not even have to question whether or not you can trust, because you can trust these ones. Now, let's get to the second ones. The Capricorn Taurus decan, the Saturn Venus. These are the lover Capricorns. January 1st through the 10th. 10 degrees to 20 degrees in your birth chart in your birth chart on the wheel. That's what I was going to say. These are the most optimistic ones. Of course, they got Venus ruling their sign, so things are a little bit softer for them than it is for the other two, I would say. Knows how to tackle tasks that seem out of their reach. Like, you might look at, or they know how to get things that seem out of their league. Let's say that. You might have a guy, right? And everybody's looking at him. He may not be, like, he can be attractive, and stuff like that, but he may not be the smartest of the bunch. He might, be a player, or he might just be out there in the streets doing all types of stupid stuff. And then this very beautiful, important, female comes and wants to be with this person. And people are looking like, well, she's out of your league. But the Capricorn can go and get her. You know what I'm saying? And so they know how to go and get stuff that normally people wouldn't look at them for getting, or maybe that they wouldn't think. Like, they would try it anyways. These are the ones that will ask you on a date and not know whether or not, or just think that they don't have a chance at all, but because they are who they are, they're going to do it anyways, just, to do it. And yeah, so these are the ones like itineraries and stuff like that. When you need stuff like this done, these are the ones you go to for these. They are the masters at making them, just because, they like to do stuff, like to be in the know, like to be nosy. That's one of the main things. So, just being able to have your itinerary and know what the hell you got going on. Like, this is the person that you ride with. If you are an artist or something like that, you might want this second decan Capricorn managing you, because they're going to keep up with all your shit that you got to do immaculate. You're not going to be late for shit. They're going to have it all together, And, yeah, so these people take their friends and their family very, very serious. They got the first place in their heart. They will go to bat for their family and friends. Don't you bother their family and friends. Don't you mess with their family or friends, because they're going to come for your throat if you do. Like, they do not like to talk about their feelings at all, but which Capricorn does, for real? Like, which Capricorn do you really know that really express their feelings in any type of way, So it's like pulling that sword out of the cement. Only a certain person can get this person to open up, period. The person that Capricorn needs to be with needs to know how to go through the struggle, because you may have some of those with in life, period. But like, because this Capricorn right here is the most optimistic one, it's like, they may be a little more reckless, like with love and stuff like that, with just life itself. and create certain situations for themselves. And you need to be the partner that can get through the storm and not run away and not leave them hanging. You need to learn and know how to basically know how to go through the struggle. You do not need to be codependent in no type of way. You need to be very independent, because one thing that I have noticed about Capricorns, period, is if you do not know how to hold your own, even if you broke when they meet you, if they do not see that you know how to handle your own and that you're needy, they don't want to be nowhere near you. And like, needy people need to stay away from this Capricorn, because it's just not going to be conducive for your lifestyle. Like, you know, and the things that you want to do. So you're going to always bump heads with the needy person. So you just don't need to have a needy person in your life. Like, period. Just don't go towards needy. As soon as you see that the person is needy, you know, kind of back off from them. Because, no. These people are strivers. They're very ambitious. They go after what they want. They normally get what they want. Like, they achieve everything that they set out on their plate. They do the things. They say the things. I mean, that's what they do. Like, they mind so strong and their drive is so strong that if you think that you can, like, get these people down for any bit of moment, then you better think again, because their mind is always like, get back up and try again. Get back up and try again. You will not push these ones, bully these ones, because, like, I always thought that Capricorns were some mini bullies anyway. So it's no bullying. So if you want to bully, you better go find you a Gemini, or you better go find you a Scorpio, or somebody to bully that's going to tolerate that. Because this one right here, not tolerating that. Very resourceful. Because like I said, these people normally know how to go through the struggle. You know, probably had very modest beginnings in life, but they end up being rich as hell. And so, you know, they really resourceful, and that's probably how they become rich, because they're frugal. You know, they know how to take care of their money. They don't live above their means. You know, just don't spend unnecessary money, and they just really good with that type of stuff. Devoted to the marriage life. So if you want to know, Capricorns, I just really feel like, for the most part, that they will, you know, do the marriage life, just because of the Saturn energy that's attached to them. And you know, Saturn normally respects the whole togetherness of marriage. And so yes, they don't like to be vulnerable though. So like I said, the right person can make them be vulnerable, but they don't like doing that for everybody, and anybody is just not going to get the Capricorn's feelings. And these is the ones that do not like to admit any type of weakness. Like, they not going to admit if they fucked up. Like, even if you saw them, they not going to admit it. They not going to be accountable when they're not. So, do not throw that up in their face. That's probably going to be an argument for you with this Capricorn, because they not going to admit any weakness, or that they did anything wrong, or nothing. No, they're not. Now, the third decan. Capricorn, Virgo. Saturn and Mercury. What a combination. 20 degrees to 30 degrees on your birth chart. And if you was born between January the 11th and January 19th, you are a third decan Capricorn. These is the Capricorns that don't really have to work that hard for the things that they want. They get themselves normally in situations, or put themselves in situations to where they money work for them, or they have people working for them, or they just don't have to do it. Like, they managers, you know, they owners, they CEOs, you know. These is the ones that got the cake. The cake. Like, they don't have to work as hard as the other two Capricorns. They are natural whizzes. Like, these is where you find computer geeks, you know, the computer people, the people that do the good with the computer, and the people that do bad with the computer. Yeah, these is where you find hackers, the fraudulent people, you know, a lot of scammers have, you know, Capricorn, third decan somewhere, you know. These people, in a good sense, very thoughtful people, very fun people to be around. Like, I can attest for that. My mother is a third decan Capricorn. I got a couple of people, friends and acquaintances that I know, you know, that are third decan Capricorns, and they just, you know, they make me laugh. I make them laugh. We have a good time. They know how to have a good time. Playful as hell. Like, you can laugh and goof, but you wouldn't even expect that out of a Capricorn. But you got to get to know Capricorn, because Capricorn just don't open up to people. Like, I'm going to tell you that. They do not open up to people, so ain't none of that getting all close to Capricorn unless you really get to know Capricorn. They have a great perspective on things because of that almost touching that air energy. So they got a little bit of openness to them. That Mercury energy gives them that openness, you know. They can go out and explore a little bit, but, you know, Saturn will always put them back and say, that's enough, you know. But they get a little bit of that Mercury energy, and so it gives them more openness than the other two, and so their perspective is a little better than the other two. They need a very interesting partner. Like, you need to be almost the opposite of these people. Like, you need to be something intriguing that they can just, you know, like, so intriguing that when they're away from you, that you just occupy their mind, you know, when they're not doing whatever they're doing. You got to be really interesting to these people. They like someone that when they come home from work, that, you know, you can just lighten the mood for them. You can keep everything light. You can make them feel like a king or a queen. They want a partner like that, so you just better, you know, be that, or they're gonna be bored with you probably. You need to have a quick intellect, because they have quick intellects. You need to be flexible, because these are very flexible people. Look, they got Mercury. You know, Mercury is the planet of communication, our thoughts, and travel, and all of that stuff that have to deal with the mind, air, all of that. What we breathe, you need us, you know. And so you need to be somebody that this Capricorn can latch on to, but whenever they want to detach, they can detach from. These is the people that if they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. They're never dull. Never dull people. Never dull. And very highly charismatic. The Mercury energy, though. But we all know that Saturn comes through when he needs to and pull the rings back in, like, get back here, you doing too much. So these are people going to be controlled and calculating in their moves. They ain't going to just be out here being reckless unless they got some other chemicals going on inside their body that's not supposed to be there. These are normally serious people. At least that's what they portray themselves to be in public. But when you get them behind them closed doors, it's a whole different thing. Some of them might, depending on what other aspects they got about them, do, you know, certain things all out there in the open. But you know. So let me know how y'all like that video. Did y'all enjoy it? Hit the like button, comment below, tell me how I did. I appreciate y'all for coming and watching this video. You can get a personal reading by looking in the description box and doing what it says, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.